Hey, Brandon, Sparkly Brandon, here for the last week of our crowdfunding campaign. It's been fantastic to see you guys love picking up these picture books. We had no idea if people would even want them. They've been telling me, but it looks like you actually did. We're very happy that you enjoy these. We're happy that we've had such a fun time with this. And I've got some good, fun announcements for you today, so stick around. First, Mistborn Screenplay is at Bing about 42%. It's a good number, so I'm not exactly 100% sure where it is, but it's right around that part. So I'm making really good progress on it. Songrise is at Bing 100%. That's the 3.0 from Jancy. And Book 3 is at Bing 15%. So there's your bings, and in fact, the first book of the Riftwake series, the new Skyward follow-up, we have a cover reveal. I'm very pleased with this cover. I think it's really awesome, and you should be seeing it on the screen right now. It is not hovering in front of my eyes in the analog world, but in the digital world, it is there for you. So let's get to the elephant in the room first. Secret projects. So. What are we doing? Here are our two covers for Fires of December. We thought long and hard about it, and we chatted about it a ton, and we've seen the feedback, and we decided that we could offer both. Sorry to have a whole bunch of hoopla to then have, we're just going to do both. I know some of you probably suggested that in the very first times when we talked about it, but it is more expensive and it is more difficult on our team. And so we took a while. We thought, dangling in front of half of you a book that we were promising you could have, and then replacing it with another cover, and then maybe vice versa to those who like the new cover and yanking it away from you just didn't feel right. So I have authorized the team to go ahead and spend the extra money, and we're going to offer both. That means that when you get your survey from having backed the campaign, you will then be able to pick the cover you want. These will be close to final versions. This one doesn't have all the foiling on it yet. So you will have a hard decision in front of you, judging by how the polls happened, picking which of these that you're going to want for your copy of Fires of December. Well, thank you. Thank you for being awesome. One of the reasons we do these as crowdfunds is so that we can gauge response, so that we know what to print. And this does offer us the flexibility of being able to do something like this. And so oftentimes people say, Brandon, why do you crowdfund? You have the money that you could print these up front. I do, but I don't know how many to print. I didn't know how many children's books you guys would want, how many picture books. And what happened is, now that we have this kind of confusion with this, we can do cool stuff like this. So thank you for supporting us in the crowdfund stage. It lets us make the decision, which we couldn't have done if we'd already ordered tens of thousands of copies of one of these and not the other. We love using these as a way to test what you guys want. And we do listen. I hope this is proof that we do listen. We care a lot about the fact that you support us directly. This is how we're able to make Dragonsteel exist, and this is how we future-proof my books against the whims of big sellers like Amazon and big retail and all of this stuff. Like, going direct to you lets me write the books that I want to write, and you support it, so thank you. I really appreciate that. And this has been a really wonderful time doing this campaign. So I'm going to slide these out of view, and I have a few more announcements for you. So with the two covers, there might be some confusion, right? I mean, this has been a little bit confusing on our end, and I apologize for making it confusing on your end. The FAQ on the BackerKit page will cover that, and if you have questions, you can ask on the updates that happen there. As always, that's the main place you should be going rather than these weekly updates, so I will direct you there. All right, so moving on to my trip to London. Unsurprisingly, the tickets for my lecture at Pembroke sold out immediately. I am sorry. The lecture will be recorded, and it'll be posted on Pembroke's YouTube channel. and my team will be there doing a very nice recording of it. I am currently writing my speech, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think I'm going a bit broader than just Tolkien's magic. I think I'm going to talk about the innovations Tolkien made in general and talk about several points along that. But anyway, you don't need to hear about that now. Eventually, you will hear the whole speech. For those who can't make it to the Tolkien lecture in person, I am going to be doing another event that same week in London. More details on that soon, but it's separate from my trip to MCM. So you'll be able to see me at MCM. I'm trying to add on something to the trip that isn't the lecture at Oxford and that isn't going to the Comic-Con, just for those who aren't going to MCM and can't make it to Oxford because the tickets sold out, just like a regular style event. So we'll have more details on that soon, but I wanted to make you aware of that in case you were feeling bad that you didn't get in on it. Otherwise, I will be back next week with another weekly update. Thank you so much.